Hello everyone, it's May 21st. Alright, yesterday was terrible. Yesterday, the problem, I know it's DP, but I just started from the wrong angle. And usually that's how it is with DP, right? You start, for me at least, you started from the wrong angle, you attacked it from the wrong angle, and it didn't work. And I just couldn't figure out, I couldn't back out and try to think about it from a different one. So that was pretty bad. But when I put that behind us, I have full belly of food, had a great food, and I'm ready to attack today's challenge. Palindromic substring. It's the old problem, done it before. Alright, let's see. Given a string, return the number of palindromic substring in it. A string is a palindromic palindrome when it reads the same forward and backward. No, Jimbo, don't do it. Don't do it. Aye. And the thing is trying to jump into the litter box. Now he's trying to close the door for you. A substring is a contiguous subsequence of characters. Yeah, we know that. So that's 3 because ABC. That's 6. A, AAA, like 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see. It feels DP to me immediately. I think we are in a DP week, maybe. Everything is DP. Just need to, for DP, we just need to attack it from the right angle, from the correct angle. So for this one, palindrome substring, right? So let's say we want to know total, right? How many palindrome? What if we know, let's say, n-1? If we know how many palindromic substring for n-1, the size, right? If we know that, how can we help with knowing one more? Let's see. So let's say we have a certain number, but we add 1 and it doesn't really help. It will help if we know, if we want to know up to I. If I know the palindrome ending in I-1, okay? If I know all the palindrome ending in I-1, now we have I. Then we need to compare. If I know all the palindromes, but not the palindrome, the length of the palindrome string ending at each position, right? I know the length, which means I know the starting position. And then I have a new one coming in, then we can just check the one before me. Because a palindrome, if it's ending at I, right, it must be a palindrome ending at I-1, right? Otherwise, it cannot be ending at I. So in that case, for each new one added, we check the one before me, all of it, all of the palindromes that ends before me, and then I check if it's the same. Okay, that kind of makes sense. So we start from left to right. So the first one would just be, instead of length, we should just get, what do we get? We get index, right? The first index. So the first index is 0. For the 0 is 0. That's from 0 to 0, that's the first palindrome, okay? And then the second one, to check the second one, I think we have two options. One is, actually no. The second one is the special one. The second one is a special one because there's only one way. So the first and the second one, position 0, position 1, we manually do it. So position 1, we just compare to the previous one, right? So it will be itself for sure, and then we can have 2. And then starting from position 3, everything will be looking at 1 in front of it. We'll look at it and then see if it matches. Let's try it. Let's try this idea. Okay, what do we have here? We need dp. Let's get n out. dp will equal to, not necessarily this. In range what? N. Right, that's the dp. And then, hold on. Because we only need a 1 in front of us. So it's actually, we just need a pre. We just need a pre. Pre is equal to 0. Right? Actually, no. Hold on. So res equals 1. That's the first. And then we're going to go to the second one. If n is equal to 1, return 1. Okay? Now res is 1. Then we have this. And we say if s1 is equal to s0. Alright? These two are the same. Then res plus equal 1. Actually, no. Hold on. If they're the same, res 1 to res equal to 3. Okay? Res equal to 3, and then pre will equal to, it's starting from the 1 position. So it's to itself and 0. Right? Actually equals 0 and 1. Else, if they're not the same, res equal to 2, pre will equal to 0. So, let's do it this way. Okay. Now, when we have the pre, you can say for I in range 2 to n. Okay? 2 to n. What we're going to do is say a new pre, right, shall equal to, so I'm going to go through the previous pre, right? We go through the previous pre, and then we say for j in pre, right? For j in pre, if j is larger than 0, okay? And then for each one of them, I want to find palindrome. So the palindrome has to equal, right? So we say j minus 1 s, hold on. So we're gonna do if j and si is equal to sj minus 1. If they are the same, right, then what are we gonna do? If they are the same, then we're gonna record j minus 1. Right, for j in pre, if j larger than 0, and hold on. What if it's actually fine? Should be fine. So j minus 1. So that's the pre, right? Because the current one si has to equal to j minus 1 for all the j. If it's equal, we record it. If it's not, then we don't record. And then and if they're the same, right? If they are the same, yeah, I think I'm missing one situation when they're the same. So this is considering they are not the same. I see. We'll just say if they're the same. If si is equal to si minus 1, then pre.append I minus 1. Pre.append I. The rest plus equal to line pre. So when we do that, we don't have to do this. Right? So the rest will be 1, pre is be 0. And this will go from 1 to the end. And for this, it won't go. And if the same, we add oh, will this be empty? Hold on. That's a good question. I don't know. Let's say oh, yeah, okay. That's what I want. Empty. It's gonna be empty array. This will be empty array. And then the same, yep. And a plus equal to this. And then blah blah blah. And at the end we'll return rest. Alright. Let's see this one. ABC 3. A 6. S count substring S. Okay, these two pass. This question allows us to do my favorite type of testing. Random string. Yeah. This is fun. Okay, try it. All right, I think it's very promising. Let's go. Yep. See, like I said, DP is like that, right? You have to attack it in the right way. You're attacking the right way. The problem is, it's quite simple. Actually, I just realized I don't even need this, right? This is not necessary. It's still gonna pass because that's gonna be 1 to 1. It doesn't go. You just go this, and in fact, I don't even need line S. So this line is not necessary. So I can further reduce it into this. Yeah, it's a good solution. Very good solution. All right. See, yesterday was struggling, and today we're doing pretty well. I think this one is easier than yesterday's. No, I don't know. Doesn't feel that way. I feel about the same level. They both are dynamic programming. It's just yesterday. You know what? No, this is easier. Just based on the history of my previous attempts, it is easier. So, like I said yesterday, if I attack a DP problem from the right angle, it is not difficult. This problem is a prime example of it. The DP concept here is that DPI, right, is an array of indices that make the array indices in which each index can form a palindrome. With from the index to I, right? So for each new, then for I plus 1, we only need to check all the indices from the previous, from I, right? All the indices from DPI, and then compare SI with S index minus 1. The tricky part is that when SI is equal to SI minus 1, this situation must be considered separately. That's it. That's all there is to it. You can check the solution back then. I checked my first solution. I don't even remember how I did it. But I'm pretty sure this is the optimal solution. Oh, I solved it differently. I put this, and then what? And then I have left and right. While left is larger than 0 and the right smaller than n, and S left is equal to this. If S left is not equal to then plus 1, then left minus 1. And then we expand left minus 1, 1 plus 1. And then if it's the same, and then we keep expanding. Oh, we jump out. So for each one, we use that as the nucleus. It's a different solution. We use each one as a nucleus, and from that nucleus we expand, 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 and then we count, right? Once we cannot expand anymore, we move on to the next one. And then because we use this, it allows us to capture either nucleus as a single value or the nucleus is a double value. Once it's not the same, that means this nucleus is done, then we move on to the next one. Holy moly, this is a good solution. Okay, how about this one? Oh wow. This is just... Okay, this doesn't make any sense. This is brute force. Come on. I like my... This is different. It's different from previous solutions. It's DP. Essentially, it's the same idea. We're trying to build new palindrome, but the implementation is different. All right, that will be it. I will see you guys tomorrow then. Adios.